Hello everyone! Welcome back today with me and with Fernando.
Hey guys!
So, today we're gonna see together how to create SVG files because it's what you need to create your own objects in the custom object manager in our cloud, of course. So, I will give you guys a couple of seconds perhaps to join us. So maybe you can also let us know if the volume is okay, if you can hear us good, if everything is fine, and then we can start with our live. Okay, I see people joining. So let us know if it's fine because we have like another microphone. That's why I'm asking if you hear us because
we are testing here. We're trying to make it better for you guys.
Yeah, otherwise someone thinks, why is she asking? She's doing live videos every week, so it's just crazy. Okay, perfect. I would say, Fernando, if we want, we can slowly start and you can show us what you prepared. And
the objective today is, we know that inside of those softwares, the vector softwares, you can do a lot. You can draw from scratch. You can create your own elements. And I think the last time that we spoke with you guys, we show a little bit the capabilities of the software. And then this time we're gonna start with a basic thing that can help a bunch of people. That is, I don't want to draw. I just want like a shape, like a square or a rectangle, something like that, that it's basic with text on it, that you can put anything. And then you can create your own. Maybe you can put your logo together there. I don't know, but today we're gonna keep it simple and we're gonna use a form, a shape, and then a text, and we're gonna export it and see how it goes.
Perfect. So I would say that I can share your screen and you can go ahead, Fernando.
So today we're gonna do two versions. We're gonna use one of the most popular softwares that we have today at use, that is Illustrator from Adobe. This is a paid software, but you guys are going to see that I'm going to do in the paid software. I prepared this file for us, and I'm going to do it from scratch because, of course, I chose something that maybe some of you guys needs to do, like to symbolize an air scrubber, where the air scrubber would be inside of a floor plan. So I'm not going to use this file. I'm going to start from scratch, and I'm going to come in Illustrator, File, New, and like in the last time that we spoke, the idea is what is needed for the magicplan app. To have a square artwork, 300 by 300 pixels is more than enough. So we're going to do 300 by 300 pixels here. Be sure that we are using the RGB space, and the rest is the default settings are totally fine for us. So we're gonna see this is square. Things that I'm doing here, and I'm gonna do a lot, you guys will see, is first of all, I'm using always the space bar to transform the zoom element or the pointer element in a hand that I can move around by clicking with the right side of the mouse. So we're gonna do this a bunch of times, but today we're gonna use basically this shape tool that we can do rectangles, rounded rectangles, ellipses, polygons, stars, okay? This flare tool is evil. Don't use it. Never use it. Okay. No, it's not evil. But
not good.
It's tricky to use, and you guys don't need it.
Okay, so we use the rectangle tool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We're gonna use that rectangle tool. We're gonna select by right-clicking on it, left side clicking on it, and we're gonna click, hold, and push to create a square element. Every time that I bring this pointer that it's making the rectangle for me to the corner, some lines appearing saying to me that I reach my point, but don't worry, you don't need to worry in this point that it's if the shape is perfect or not perfect. We can come here to this transform section that you can find in this area of your software in the left side, or just window, and you can see transform like right here, transform. Okay, so selecting this transform, you're gonna have this, and here I have 2986. We don't want that. We want to just select everything, do 300, and on the bottom, since this element is selected, this chain element is selected, we're gonna have a 300 by 300 element here. So fine, everything is okay. We're gonna align now this element. So I'm gonna choose the align section on the software, the right side, the left side corner, and I'm gonna align by the center and by the center. So
Perfect.
we have this element centered here. We create this square, and this square is white on the fill and black on the line. It's totally fine by now. We can do it like this, no problem. So what I'm gonna do it right now is spacebar to transform my tool in the hand, put this a little bit to the side, clicking with the left side mouse. Also, I'm gonna choose the text key that you can reach by pressing T, or going here on the left side and choosing type. In this type, I'm gonna use our trusty reference here, air scrubber. We're gonna type air, underline,
Scrubber.
scrubber here, and you could choose any type of font that you want, selecting the element, going to character and change it here. I'm gonna use just a basic font. I'm gonna use Myriad. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy. I'm gonna put this text on the center here using the black pointer. I chose my element, my text element, with the left side mouse clicking, and then I just click, hold, and
Pull it down.
pull it down.
Okay.
Okay, again, space bar to make this little hand appear. The air scrubber is here. Maybe I want to have this air scrubber a little bigger or a little smaller. Maybe I have a font, a size of the font in mind. So we can change it here to make this air scrubber bigger. Or we can just use the handles on the corners of the element, but to be sure that this element is scaling properly and it's not losing the ratio, the correct ratio, we hold shift and we can pull it to the size that it's the size that we want. Again, aligning by the center, and basically we have our structure here. This is an element that we can use it, but just to be sure, we're gonna transform this text that is a font right now in a vector. So we're gonna select this element. We're gonna go to, we can click with the right side mouse, and we're gonna select create outlines. That I'm gonna see here, create outlines, okay? So this text is gonna transform basically in a vector. So if we go near using the zoom tool and changing for the white selector, we can click on the A and see they're made of points. So we don't have the text anymore. So that's no possibility of maybe the device that you are open, the file don't have this font that you chose.
Yes,
so
that it gives you like errors or something.
Exactly.
That is not precise.
It's just to be in the safe side.
And also it's nice because you can color the...
Exactly. You can
writing.
color the writing here, even when it's still text, but you can color here for sure. So one thing that I'm going to do is I like my element to be, instead of black on the corner,
Mhm.
I would like to be blue. So
Yes.
I'm going to click 2 times here on the element that represents our line, and I'm going to choose the magic plan blue that I know that 0099EE,
Amazing.
and then it's there
By heart.
by heart. And then in the stroke section here, I'm going to make my stroke a
bit.
little bit bigger, and I'm going to choose to create the stroke from inside the element. Could be the outside element, but I'm choosing the inside of the element. So this is
What's
our
the difference here?
the difference is, since our artboard is 300 by 300 pixels,
Mhm.
if we create the line outside of that, that SVG is normally it's gonna compensate to this line,
Okay.
but maybe not exactly the way we want, because those lines could have some styling or something like that. So to be in the safe side, create to the element with the line inside,
Okay.
and it's easier. Everything in this control that is called stroke, that again, if we come to window and we're trying to find here, we're gonna find stroke.
Okay.
And all those controls are gonna appear here.
Perfect.
Okay, after this is done, I'm gonna just go to File, to Export, and Export As, and then on the desktop, I'm gonna call Air 02, and I'm gonna choose the SVG here on this drop down, right below the my text here. I'm gonna choose the SVG file, and I'm gonna save on my desktop, and I'm going to send to Silvia.
Okay. Perfect.
So we can see here, Air Scrubber, our file. I'm gonna send to you, Silvia, if you don't mind. Let me find here my.
Because just to add in an additional note, we have the text box inside magicplan in the annotations, but it's not colored, and you don't have so much, let's say, so much control as if you have like a program and you create your own SVG.
Exactly.
So it's the color that you want, the size that you want, as precise as you want. Perhaps you want to add something, right? Now it's Air Scrubber, and perhaps you want to add some details. You can add everything inside and
exactly.
just
even
add it.
For instance, okay, I want to include like a logo that I can import it. For instance, I can go to my resources here. I don't have my my drive here with me, so I can grab a magicplan logo. But you guys can imagine, if I have like a magicplan logo, I could put the logo here. I could import the logo and include the logo here. If you guys have some icon related to the company, you could put here, just to say, okay, this is a project of our company. Every time that people take a look on one of those elements, they can understand that your guys are working, and it's easily recognizable.
Perfect.
So this is was one step. I don't know if you want to show them right now, or
yes, of course, we can do so. So once you create your beautiful SVG, then you're there like, okay, I have my SVG, and now we have to import it into the magicplan cloud. So let me change the stage. There we go, and I move ourselves a bit on the side. Okay, so we're not covering anything. So now I'm in my magicplan cloud, of course. So to log into your magicplan cloud, it's just here the same address, right? It's cloud.magicplan.app, and you log in with your email and your password. And until here, we're on the same line, I hope. Now we go into custom objects. Okay, if you already have a collection, you can just open it with edit and add the object there. If you created no object, you just start a new collection. You do here create collection, and we can call it, let's say, 1, 2, 3. If you want, you can upload an SVG file as a, let's say, icon. As you can see here, I have the snowman for your, let's say, collection, but you don't have to. let's leave it like this right now. So we can do create. Okay, now we're in our folder and we can create a custom object, right? So we can call it air
Scrubber.
scrubber.
Yeah.
So we know that it's that specific object. We can personalize it, right? What kind of object is it? For example, I can put abstract object if it's not a floor or a wall object. For example, I can decide if I want to have it displayed in metric measurement or imperial. But you can set it up as you want. You can still change it also later, right? So we leave it like this right now, resizable. Yes, save and preview. Perfect. Now we have to upload our file. So Fernando sent it to me before. I do choose file. I have it here, right? I add it to my page and I do save and preview. This is important because if your file appears here in the preview, top, everything is fine,
Nice
right?
work.
Fernando, why is it, just a little question because I get it sometimes, if you upload a file here and it does not appear in the preview, what's the problem?
Yeah, we can to understand what's the problem, we need to take a look of the file, but some things can indicate for us a problem. First of all, immense number of points. We are creating basically what the vector file is. It's a mathematical calculation that basically you can see. It's a bunch of points organized in a grid that forms an image that we can see, and then we can escalate. And this is why you don't see happening one thing that happens with images. The images lose quality. The vector files, they don't lose quality when they are scaled.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, big number of points. Some points they are just loose inside of the artboard and they are not connected to nothing. So they can create like an error when the file is interpreted. So all those things, when you see a number of points that is too high, what I can say about too high number of points, when you're having problems of opening and moving the file from side to side.
Perfect. So
The software is still saying to you, look, there's a lot of points here. And we can, even in the next presentation, bring some files with a lot of points that people can understand, because on those softwares, we can really do really intricate and complicated illustrations, but not every time those illustrations are ready to live inside of systems that are more catered to devices and apps like ours is.
Okay, so if you, this is why it's an important step. If you tap or click on save and preview and you do not see your preview here, something is wrong with the SVG file, so you can go back and take a look. But in this case, everything is fine. Bravo, Fernando, everything worked. So now we can take our app, right? Let me do one thing just for safety. I will leave this page because we saved it. Okay, perfect. So I take my app, right? I can refresh it so that I'm sure that the updates are loading. Perfect. You see up to date. Okay, we open this project, for example. If you get this message, you always select the first option, apply updates to this project, because we changed something in the cloud, right? So it makes sense. Now, let's imagine that we want to use here this second floor here, and we want to add our object. So we enter the living room, for example, we tap on insert object, and here we have somewhere my folder. Where is my folder? Give me one sec. That my folder is disappeared. I have the, this is the beautiful thing, because I have my other collection with the other SVG files. Okay, let me go back one sec. This is the beautiful thing. So let me go here again. I know what happened. My fault.
we can do, guys. You guys are seeing right now. We can do this every day, all day, like we do, and
So
we take care of those things. But still, check again and check again.
why my collection is not visible in the app yet? Because I forgot to tap on publish to the app. So yes, okay. So perfect. Now we have the green disclaimer. Let's go back to the Magic Plan app. There we go. Let me go back just for safety. I refresh it.
So
There you
even
go.
Silvia make mistakes. You see?
I was concentrated on changing the page.
But it's perfect, Silvia. I'm sure that everybody's understanding you really, really well.
So let's see. Now we made it. There you go. So I was thinking, why do we have the other collections and this collection is not here? One toggle forgotten. Okay, perfect. So here we go. Now we have the air scrubber appearing on our project and voila. So you see it like this. Okay. So
Nice.
Fernando.
Yeah. Now I would like to just to demonstrate to you guys how you can do it in software that is Inkscape. Inkscape it's a free software, and you guys are going to see. I'm going to create a new document here, and basically the only things that change are the position of some elements and how they are processed. So we are seeing here. Okay, I want to change the sizing of my artboard, and then what we can do is here is the page 2, like again in the left corner, the page 2. This page is giving me here like a bunch of presets that I can use it, but I'm gonna use 300 px by 300 px, 300 pixels by 300 pixels.
So we will still have a square.
Yeah, exactly. 300 pixels. Yes. So this is fine. We already saw this. Again, for zooming, the zoom tool, we click with right side to zoom in and change a little bit from Illustrator, like with the right side, you zoom out, in and out. But in the end, it's the same. Again, rectangle tool, we can create a rectangle here. And maybe we don't know the sizing, if it's perfect, if the size is the size that we want. But we can always check this. We can always align that. And the important thing is, if you don't in some moment you have doubt of what's happening, if you go to the edge of the artboard here and you make sure that this artboard that has no little white line appearing here on the other side, you can be sure that everything is fine in place, because inside of those softwares we have a little threshold of error, and you guys are going to be fine. Okay, so even without knowing exactly, if you are going just using this visual cue, you're gonna be fine.
Perfect.
Again, fill and stroke, we're gonna change our fill, our stroke paint, and the stroke style. The stroke style basically suits me. It's for me, it's fine. Here, I just want to remove the fill to have the same result that we had in our example in Illustrator. I'm going to use the graphic tool. That's again a text tool that in Illustrator was the T. Here is the A, and
we write down
the scrubber. Why it's like this? Oh my God, so weird. Because we have a stroke style here present. So what we can do here is say, no, I don't want any stroke style. I want zero stroke style. But the fill,
for those who have no idea of what it means, simplified.
Basically, this text that we just typed had like a stroke around it, and
Yes.
then the type got just super fat, and we couldn't read the words.
Okay, got it.
So
Simply
we
as
just
that. Okay.
remove the stroke that was around our text, and in the fill here, I'm gonna just click in the flat color, and it's gonna give me like a black.
Okay. So for those who joined us right now, we're creating an SVG file with the free program. I will link everything down below once we're done with the live video. So you can decide if you want to use a paid program that we showed like in the first 20 minutes, or if you prefer to use something like a tool like this, which is for free. So you can create your SVG file, and then we will see afterward how to import it in the magicplan cloud and how to use it in the app.
For sure. So Air Scrubber, again, we can resize here, or we can resize using just the tool, but the typing tool. But here, I think it's perfectly fine. We're gonna use this time like the control key to make sure that everything is in place. And again, we need to align. So align and distribute is here on the right side. Basically, center and center again. Here it's a little bit different. We're gonna come with, we're gonna access path and object to path to transform this object in the text to a basic vector. So we already have this, and we're gonna do the same thing, export the same SVG, and like you guys saw it, the result will be basically the same.
Okay.
So this is this process of exporting. We already saw, again, we choose SVG here, and we choose a folder on the desktop, save, and then we export. I'm gonna replace because I was already with one that was ready. That was the one that I sent it to Silvia. So Air Scrubber here. It's gonna be the same file, so I don't think it's gonna it's gonna change a lot.
Okay, then let's add it anyways. So yeah. Let me change the video, and maybe I try a zoom in a bit. So
yeah, it's the last one that I sent it to you.
So first of all, right, I repeat it just for safety. You go to the magicplan cloud, so cloud.magicplan.app, and then into the custom object manager. And if you already open a folder, you will be, we can go back and then I show you. So if you have a folder or collection, they will appear listed like this. So now I'm not gonna create another one because we created it before. So we enter the collection and we create a custom object, right? So we can call it in this case, for example, Air Scrubber 2. So we know that's the second one. Okay, let's leave it as a, let's say floor object in this case. Okay, I leave it with metric, resizable, or I can also do floating. If I want, I can edit and do save and preview. And okay, now I have to select a file. Let me zoom in a bit again, so you will see it a bit bigger. Here we go. So choose file, and here we have it, the Air Scrubber. Important step, as we said before, save and preview so that you can see if the file is working. Perfect, is working. And now don't forget to do what I was almost forgetting to do before. Okay, we do save and preview, fine. Now I go to the custom object and into my collection, and I publish it to the app. Otherwise, the updates are not loading, right? So they're there, but they're not in the app. Okay, now it's fine. I take the app, I exit my project one more time. I check for updates, so everything is up to date to the latest stand. Perfect. Now I can enter my project. Here we go. And maybe we can add it here to the land survey. This is the garden. It should work. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe I just add it to the apartment because the land survey is a bit special, but doesn't mind. So let's go here. And we have 1, 2, 3, our collection. And here we go, air scrubber 2. And we can put it here, for example, like this. We can also rotate it, right? So it behaves as any other object. So we can leave it like that. If we want, we can take a look here. Maybe we want to do 0.80. Okay, and maybe we can also do here the depth 0.80. Okay, so it's a bit smaller and it fits our space here, and voila, we have it like that.
The possibilities are like we spoke. The possibilities are immense. We can create some elements that are more complicated. The idea right now on this meet that we are having is just to show you can go even super basic, super simple. Just indicate something or include a icon or something like that, a little text, and then everybody's more informed and everything's more organized.
Yes, correct. Because if you want, I mean, you can always add colored object or other object. For example, if we take my other collection of personalized objects, this one with the snowman, Silvia collection 1, you see I have colored chairs here that we can add somewhere, right? So like this. Or this table is also added from my library. So I also added after the SVG file, an OBJ file. So if I switch to 3D, I can also see my own object. Here we go, like this. So you would also see it in the 3D version. Now we are seeing the air scrubber object only in 2D because we didn't create the OBJ file, but if you create that, you could see it also.
Yeah, and if you guys are interested, we could show also how you can use icon and then pair this icon with some libraries of 3D that we have all over the internet. That's ones that we also use here, and that we can point you guys to it. So your work is even more complete.
So you can let us know in the comments or via email where you prefer, if you would be interested in seeing how to go ahead and also add the 3D version of your personalized object, and then we can take a look with Fernando on how to do it, or at least to show you how to do it step by step and with some tips and so on.
For sure.
Okay, Fernando, is there something else that you would like to show, to add, or do you guys have any questions for Fernando, for me, for us?
Please, guys, not only here, but let us know, comment when this video also goes to YouTube. Please put there any type of question. We are here for you guys, and we are really excited every time that you guys have something that we can help with, because Magic Plan is about that, to help you guys to get more organized and get more things done in less time. So please, Silvia, just to say that within these two softwares, we can basically do everything that normally someone that needs vector graphics to include in some projects, they can do. We can stay simple or make even more complex.
Yeah,
it's just related to the necessity of your work, but the sky is the limit with those softwares.
Okay, perfect. So I see that we have no questions. Everything is clear, or everything, it's like I can see other people like watching, saying, oh, I have to try myself.
Please try it, and if something don't go as planned, please let us know. We can help you guys.
Yes, for sure. Okay, perfect. So if we have no other questions, then I think we can slowly close this live session. Hope it was useful, and if you're watching the replay, that you can maybe follow step by step and start creating your own SVG files. If you need to know how to create perhaps something with a shape or with a different form, you can also take a look at the last SVG live that Fernando and I did, but we will do new lives, so don't worry about that. And okay, so You guys, thank you so much for the time that you spent with us. And depending on the time zone where you are, have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening.
Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much.